Hey everybody, welcome back. If you checked out our last new player video all about building your first deck, we are now going to play the deck that we built in that video. So this will be embedded in the article series that you'll see go up later this week. We're going to play against Expert Rhino with Under Attack. The reason I chose Under Attack is our deck was all about allies, and Under Attack is actually a really nasty modular set to use against allies. So if you're investigating different modular sets, this is a fun one to check out. So let's get everything set up here. We've got our awesome Marvel Champions monthly mat set up. You can see this is like my city space where like encounter cards come and my allies go, and then I'll put all my player upgrades back here with our 4 podcast hosts. So check us out. All right, enough chit chat there. We're gonna get our game set up. We need to put Iron Man's obligation in still, because I just loaded my deck as a saved object. And if you want to know more about TTS, you can check out our video or the Mediocre Gamers video on all about how to set up Marvel Champions and play it on Tabletop Simulator. But go buy the game. That's the most important thing I can tell you. We want this game to last forever. Go buy it. Buy it. If you already have it, buy another copy for your friends. Okay, we're going to shuffle our decks. We're going to make that Marvel face upright because it drives me crazy when it's not. And I'm going to draw my opening hand. So I've got 2 cheap upgrades right away. I love it. I am going to ditch some stuff. So I'm going to make my discard pile right on top of Crimson's face. We'll see if he watches this and yells at me about it later. And I'll draw 2 cards to replace that. The reason I kept Emergency is I'm thinking about staying in Alter Ego form for an extra turn so that I can prevent the villain's thwart, but also get more tech upgrades out before I flip. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to use Iron Man's Futurist ability. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. Put 1 into your hand and the others in your discard pile. So we're going to put that one into our hand and discard these 2. I'm going to pay 4 resources for Avengers Mansion, which will let me draw a card. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3 for Pepper Potts, and we'll use her to use this resource to play a pair of boots. Boots give me +1 health. Cool. So we can ready everybody up. We are not going to flip even though we used our emergencies, so this is probably a mistake, but we'll see what happens here. Rhino's going to get a threat. He's going to scheme against us for 1, 2, and then we have 2 nasty encounter cards to deal with. So let me get my player view here a little better. I got to put my boots in the right spot. Okay, so our first encounter card is an armored suit for Rhino. Oh no, he's going to be taking less damage for a little bit. Our second one is a Tony Stark problem. He's going to have to exhaust to remove that because he doesn't really want to exhaust all his upgrades. Actually, you know what? The only upgrade I have is this. So we'll just discard this, keep ourselves ready, and exhaust our 1 upgrade. It doesn't hurt so bad. So it is our go. We're going to Futurist right away. Here's a pretty cool Futurist trick. You can choose, well, you can't choose, but you can sort of try to get the resource you want on the top here. So here we have all 3 resources. You discard them in the order they come. If you had 2 mentals and a lightning bolt and you wanted the lightning bolt there, you could arrange for such things to happen. I think we're going to take Nick Fury to hand here. We are going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick Fury. He's an ally, so he'll show up here, and he's going to draw us 3 cards. We're just trying to get all the cards we can to get things out into the board. I'm going to pay 1, 2 for a Stark Tower. That has an Alter Ego action. I can exhaust it to return a tech upgrade to my hand, which I definitely will. And then I'll pay 1, 2, 3 for my Mark 5 armor. There's 6 more hit points. Up to 16 now. I'm still not drawing a ton, which kind of stinks. I'm going to use Nick Fury to thwart right there. And I forgot to draw with Avengers Mansion, so let's do that. We will flip this turn, and we're going to discard this. We're only drawing 3. I'm not super happy about that, but we want to make sure we use Nick to the best of his abilities. So Rhino's going to get an auto threat. He's going to attack us for 3 plus something, and we're going to have Nick Fury defend. So Nick will take a big old block for us. It's part of what he was there for. And we still have 2 encounter cards to deal with. I probably should have used my ability when I flipped, but I forgot to. So that stings. This thing now has 7 threat. It's probably never going away. Ooh, and 2 more encounter cards. So first, Rhino's going to attack me, no defense, so he's attacking for 3 and deal 1 damage to each character you control. So that would hit me for 1, 2, 3, plus 1. It would have hit all my allies. This is why under attack is really good against ally heavy decks. And crowd control. Each player chooses to place 2 threat here or take 3 damage. Ouch. I think I'm going to take the 3 damage because I don't think we can afford to have that out there. Alright, it is our go. We are going to pay 1. No, we're going to pay 1 for a helmet. So we've got our helmet out, starting to build our suit of armor. We're going to draw a card. We will go aerial using this resource. And that will let us remove 1 threat from each scheme. We won't be able to remove it from the main scheme because this crisis icon. Iron Man will continue working in this under attack scheme because we got to get that out of the way. We're going to flip because we have an emergency. I don't think we have any tech upgrades in here to return. We do. We have a boots. So let's do that. Let's return these boots to our hand. We'll use these gloves to play another pair of boots, giving us a little more health. And we'll Futurist, just looking for a second emergency if we can find it. We don't, so we'll take Maria Hill to hand. So we're going to ready everything up. Oops. All sorts of things going on over here. But I've got 4 upgrades now. I'm almost to the point where I don't have to flip. He's going to get 1 threat, and he's going to scheme for 1 plus 0. Oh, we got to draw up, sorry. So I need 4 more cards. We are going to avoid 1 of that with emergency. So 1 plus 0 is 0. We get 2 encounter cards still. Breaking and Taken is still out there. Discard an upgrade or support you control. Ugh. I don't like any of those, but we want those gloves back. I guess we discard 1 of our boots and take a damage. Gang up, that's going to surge because we're in alter ego form. I'm tough. It's going to make Rhino super tough. Alright. It's our go. Let's draw a card and let's Futurist. This was actually really bad timing because our deck just emptied. So we're not going to interrupt that ability, but everything gets shuffled in and we get a bonus encounter card. So we're probably dealing with 3 encounter cards this turn. That's going to be pretty painful. So let's see what we can do here. We should have Stark Towered before we shuffled all that, but we didn't. So let's pay 1, 2 for Maria Hill. When she enters play, we draw a card. It's always good. Let's return that thing to our hand. We'll pay 2 for our arc reactor, and we'll pay 2 again for a pair of gloves. So we've got 5 tech upgrades out there now. We're pretty safe flipping. It'd be really nice if we could get rid of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's gonna be a hard thing to do, but I think we can do it. We're gonna do it by playing an Inspired on Maria Hill. So Maria Hill is now a 3/2. Now we're gonna flip. We'll remove 2 threat from this scheme. We will use War Machine to go aerial, remove a threat from each scheme. And Maria Hill can now thwart for 3, getting rid of Breaking and Taken. This is feeling really good, guys. We've got an arc reactor, so we can ready, and we'll hit that tough off of him, because it seems like a good plan right now. We are aerial, so our gauntlets can hit this little shield for 2. And that will be that for this turn. So we're still pretty low on health right now, but I'm feeling pretty good. So let's group all this up. We are going to draw to 6 cards in hero form, because 5 upgrades plus our 1 card hand size. He'll get a threat. He's going to attack us for 3 plus something. And we'll have Maria Hill jump block that for us. So 3, Maria's dead. Dead. And we have 2 encounter cards to deal with. 1 for decking out, 1 for our regular encounter cards. So Surge, exhaust your identity card. And a Hydra Guard. Who knows? And a Shadows of the Past. So we will see Iron Man's Shadows of the Past. This is really bad for us, actually. These cards get shuffled in. This guy has Retaliate with 4 health. He's really annoying. And here we have 4 threat acceleration. So Rhino is going to get some extra threat that we're going to have to deal with. All right, it is our go. Let's see what we want to do. We're going to draw a card. It's a set of gloves. That's always good. Let's pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for a Nick Fury. Nick Fury is going to draw us 3 cards. We want cards right now. Cards are good. We can't return that tech upgrade to our hand anymore. It's too late. Well, we're not in alter ego form. We can't use that. So that was a mistake. Didn't think of that one. Let's go aerial because we can. So we can ping for 2. We'll hit this guy for 2. We can remove a threat from each scheme, which is always good right now. We can ready our main character, remove 2 more threat from this scheme. Almost got that one out of the way. This guy has retaliate 1, so I think Nick Fury will hit him for 2 and take that retaliate damage. Let's see here. I think we're going to pay 1, 2, 3 for a Mockingbird. She'll stun Rhino so he doesn't hit us this turn. And that will be our turn here. I guess Mockingbird will finish off this scheme. So readying everybody up here. We're going to draw, we got what, 5 armor upgrades out, so we're still only drawing to 6 cards. He's going to get a threat because this is gone. He's going to not attack us because of that, but these 2 guys will. So we'll get attacked for 3. Nick Fury will block that one. We'll get attacked for 1, and we'll just take that one to face. We've got only 1 encounter card to deal with, and it's the villain attacking us, so he's going to hit us for 3, 4. Looks like we have first aid in our hand at just the right time, and we're probably going to have to flip this turn. So let's see how that goes for us. Let's draw a card. I'd really like to have something that's not this be my mental resource, because I'd like to use that to heal, but I don't think that that's practical. I'm not exhausted. I will thwart for 2. Just get that out of the way. Ready. I guess we don't need to go aerial. We could just use the gloves to kill this guard minion. We need to get rid of this guy somehow. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pay 2 to supersonic punch him. That'll hit him for 4. So the 2 we did to him last turn was useless, but no retaliate because he actually totally dies. We will put an inspired onto Mockingbird. So she can now hit for 2, and she will. Taking a consequential. We're gonna first aid to heal 2. We'll flip and heal 1, 2, 3, and we'll do our little futurist ability here. So we're looking at the top 3 cards of our deck. We're gonna put that Repulsor Blast into our hand and try to have a really big turn here in the future. So we're gonna end our turn there. Or we can return that upgrade to our hand, right? Those gloves, and then we can play them, so we'll do that. So we're going to end our turn there. He's going to get a threat. Let's draw up to our hand size, which is 6, so we get 4 more cards. There we go. Rhino is going to get a threat. He's going to scheme for 1. If this was an attack, it wasn't, so just 1. And we get 1 encounter card, which is Shocker. He deals the damage to each hero. We're not a hero, we're an alter ego right now. So, good news for us and Crimson's face. Or go. Let's futurist. Look at all those good things. Guess we'll take a Hawkeye to hand. It's gonna end this right here. And we'll get dealt an encounter card. We're gonna draw a card with Adventurous Mansion. Excellent. So this is looking really good. What we're going to do is we're going to heal 3. We're going to flip. And then we'll ready. We're going to use Make the Call to go aerial. So these things punch for 2 now. So the first thing we'll do is pay 1. No, we don't want to do that. We want to get rid of this thing. So Mockingbird will kill that guy off. Again, wasting an Inspired. I'm not playing very well here. I'm sorry for people that are trying to learn off of this. So we got rid of that nasty suit so we can finally actually damage Rhino. It's like turn 7 of the game. We got to damage him here. And we're going to go Hog Wild. So we're going to hit him for 4. We're going to play Repulsor Blast against him. So this is cool. It's going to deal 1 plus how many ever energy symbols we discard in these 5 cards. So far, not very good. It's going to deal 5 to him. So that feels okay for 1 damage, or one resource. Especially because, well, we got another one. So let's Repulsor Blast again. That's going to be 1 plus how many ever energies we reveal. Getting all of our double resources there. So that's 3 energies. That's going to be 7 damage. So that'll hit him into the next phase. That'll feel good. He's going to get tough. We're going to get stunned. All these cards go to our discard pile. We're going to attack to clear stunned. And then we've got 2 resources. So we will Supersonic Punch him for 8. That's painful. All it does is clear tough. And we can remove a threat scheme, and that will be what we done. So we're going to draw up to 7 cards, because we've got 6 of these upgrades. Did not deck out, well, a second time. So he's going to get a threat. He's going to attack us for 4 plus something, and we're just going to have to take it. So he's hitting us for 6. That's painful. This guy's going to hit us for 2. We're just going to take it, and we get 2 encounter cards. So first, the villain schemes. That's not so bad. Schemes for 1. The second, the villain attacks you again. And if this attack deals damage, you're stunned. So we're going to have to defend. And he's going to have to flip a 0 boost card, which he does. So we take 1, 2, 3, because we've got 1 defense. And we become stunned. So that was brutal. But we lived, so that feels good. Right, everybody? So he's at, we haven't hit him in this form yet. He's at 16 health. And we're going to try to knock him out this turn, if we can. So first thing first, let's ready up and clear stunned. Get that out of the way. Next, there's only 4 cards in our deck. So let's draw a card with Avengers Mansion. Let's play Nick Fury. So we're going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4 for Nick Fury. And we'll have him draw us 3 cards, because that is going to shuffle our deck and deal us an encounter card. So Nick will just attack him for 2, because we got to do all the damage we can. We will pay 2 for Maria Hill, who will draw us a card. Always good. Second Repulsor Blast, that's just what we wanted. So let's pay for a Repulsor Blast. So it's going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. So that's half of his remaining health. And we got lots of options here, but I think our answer is to Repulsor Blast again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 that time. Leaving Rhino with 2 health left. Luckily, we can go aerial with War Machine and Pew Pew. Hit Rhino for 2. Bingo Bango, Rhino Expert mode. We almost died, but it was a pretty fun game. So that is this first deck build. We built a deck with just the core set cards, explaining our deck building process to you guys. Iron Man Leadership deck. So I hope you enjoyed this. If you did like this, make sure to like and subscribe to these YouTube videos, and check us out at marvelchampionsmonthly.podbean.com for our podcast website. We also do articles there, so there's a article series going with all these new player YouTube videos / articles. We're also doing some other really cool articles, like articles focusing on the art from the comic panels, and articles focusing on reviewing each hero's hero kit. So make sure to check us out if you're really interested. You can also join us on Facebook or Discord to discuss different cards, heroes, and aspects. So thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed this video.